everyone, welcome back to ERGgamin. Today I'm going to be giving some of my old Sims a makeover. So this is my old version of Fiona Fox from the Sonic comics. I'm not sure exactly when she was introduced, but she was a girl that Charles ended up having a crush on throughout the comics. And I'm going to be giving her a little bit of a makeover because this isn't really what she looks like. She has red hair, and I feel like her style is a little bit different than what I gave her. So I looked up a picture, and I'm just going to be recreating her outfits, and I'm probably going to go through all of them and just edit them because I'm going to be using these Sims in another challenge very soon. You'll see that I end up using these Sims that you can see at the bottom. Now at the bottom you may notice that I have Sticks and Tales from our Sims series, which you can check out on Twitch. Me and my mom play the Sims with the Sonic characters, and my dad joins every now and then too. And pretty much throughout the series, we've created Tails and Sticks and Sonic and Sally and Amy and all of them, Sonic, Knuckles, Bruce, Shadow, everyone. And in their world, we're just playing around and seeing what happens with them. Now, Fiona and the other person with the green hair you might notice at the bottom that is Cosmo. They have not been part of the series at all, but if I do give them a makeover, that could be a reason to add them to the town. So I did some red makeup, and that's very much... She's very red. Like, if you look at her character, she's most definitely a red fox. Her skin is like a pinky red, and her hair is a reddish too. It's pretty red. I'm not sure if it's reddish brown or if it's just red. Now, for her outfits, it depends on where you are in the comics. Towards the beginning, she had more of like a lighter, brighter outfit when she was working with the good guys. But by the time towards the end, she became a bad guy, and she wore a lot of black. So I was trying to go through some of these tops to see if I could find a really cool black top for her, which I ended up just going with this top, which is what I thought I was going to use, just because it works. It looks like what she wore. She had some kind of like some leggings and then like a cropped top that was in like this blackish color. So I decided that I was going to give her that. And yeah, and I was just going through all of the leggings, like, okay, these ones look too much like tights, these ones aren't dark enough, these ones are too blue, these ones are too whatever, those ones aren't long enough. And I feel like this was the hardest part of everything, because like technically she doesn't have pants on, but as you can see she does, but they're tights or leggings. And like as you can see there, you can see her underwear, which was not what I wanted, even though that was the right shade of black. And then, so yeah, that's what I had to deal with for that. So this is her everyday look, and right now I'm going through all of the shoes because there's a lot of shoes in The Sims. For a female, I feel like there's so many clothing, and then for males, there's like none. So, I hate how that zooms in, like, right to their fingernails, like, immediately, like, especially when that's not what I wanted, because it zooms in so much, and it's not fun. Like, sometimes I want to look at socks, and sometimes I want to look at bracelets, and I don't always want to look at rings or gloves or anything. So, here she is. Now we're going to move on to her formal outfit, which I made, and I liked it. I just don't like how long those gloves are and how bright they are, and I feel like that's not really her style. So I ended up giving her, I ended up giving her those short black ones. So for her athletics, once she became a bad guy, she never really wore bright colors that often anymore. So I gave her this, and you might know that Dina Caliente wears that outfit in The Sims 4 already. At least I think she used to. I'm not sure if she still does. And then I was going through, I was like, okay, I definitely didn't do this outfit because I always take off the glasses when characters randomly appear with them. Sometimes I like to give Sims glasses, and I think they look really, really cute on them. but that's not all the time, especially when I'm creating a character that already exists without them. So this is going to be her party outfit. And as you can see, I'm going through all the stuff. I really liked this top. It definitely had a lot of patterns, but I figured I could just roll with it because it's a party outfit. It's not like her everyday outfit. And I had to give her those boots because I feel like that's something she would wear. This was just no. Like, I saw it, and that's just not what she would wear. So I gave her a darker outfit with these little stripes and patterns, which is pretty cool. I'm going through her traits. I'm like, maybe I hated her a little too much when I made her, because I gave her the mean, evil, non-committal, and like, what is it, like, heartbreaker? It's not heartbreaker, but that's pretty much the entire point of that aspiration too. I forget the name of it. So I was like, okay, well, maybe I went a little too overboard. Yeah, but that's I was like, what did I give her for traits? Now, obviously, her and Tails did not ever end up together. I believe Sue was like 16 and he was like 12. So then I moved on to Cosmo, and I really liked her. I think she's adorable. And Cosmo's from Sonic X, and she is actually another love interest of Tails, who in the Japanese version, he did end up telling her that he loved her. I don't think he did in the American English version, or I'm not sure about the other languages though. But I know for a fact in the Japanese version, I believe he did. So now these two never officially dated. They were both I guess 8, because that's what Tails normally is, and this was based off of the Sonic Adventure series. So I guess he was about 8. Now, Cosmo has these little flowers at the side of her head. So I was going through the hairs, and obviously there's a hair with flowers, but they're not really on the side. It's across the front. I was looking at these guys. They're a little bit too puffy. They're more on the side of her head too. So I ended up going through the hairs, and I ended up going these guys. Again, they're not on the side, but I didn't want to give her pigtails because then she would look a lot like Styx, who I already had in the household at the time. And yeah, and normally she wears this dress and it's green and white, and I feel like that's really hard to find in this game. But I did end up going with this because it's got the white, and it's more of a teal, or some people call it a mint green, but I ended up just going with that. And yeah, and I ended up trying to give her a third one. There's so many cool outfits. So there's so many great outfits in The Sims, and I was just like, okay, formal. I mean, it's amazing. Athletic looks good. Sleep is fine. All these other outfits that I made for her look perfectly fine and were already the color I wanted it. So I just left her as is, and I will see you guys very, very soon with a video with these guys. Thanks for watching!